Hi Kenyans. I usually think that IEBC has almost 5 years to prepare for each election, so their services should be excellent. Yes? No? Of course, I don't know the complexities of the organization, especially a huge organization like IEBC that is in charge of ensuring that many Kenyans have the opportunity to vote for their next leader. Hopefully, that they make a wise decision in terms of who will govern them well and wisely and lovingly and caringly. So, let's say then that IBC has a lot of time or some time to prepare. So I usually wonder on that election year, so why do they buy the but is it just a thing that happens? Did we learn it from the first world country, so we decided even us will do it, or we can't be trusted to have those things beforehand because, well, we can't be trusted. So we buy ballot boxes, we buy the papers this year, which is election year, but any election year, and then we usually buy them outside the country. Why do we buy them outside the country? So Kenyans can't make or can't be trusted, or is that just something that happens or has been accepted as that's the expert way to do things? Yeah. And then the voting stations. So do people go and survey these voting places, especially places where you hear that it's not easy to access, so that you don't wait for that day to discover that you can't access. And then it's always that case of, so especially while kule mashinani, where you're like my place, where barabara yenyu has never been made all these years, haijatengenezwa, and we have elected MCAs, MPs. Hiyo nini list ni refu. There's also assistant chief, there's chief, there's MCA, there's MP, there's senator, there's governor, kuna Ministry of Roads, sini kubwa, kuna kera, kuna kura, kuna NMS is for Nairobi, kuna city council, kuna gani ingine? Ministry of Transport, of course, that's the whole body, and Kenya Roads. Yani kuna wase wengi to ensure that there are services. So is it a case of how things are managed, money haifiki, watu hawatetei? I don't know. But then, so that place, the voting station, is it surveyed beforehand? And then so that okay, this is how these things will get here. So the IEBC officials, are they already prepared? Because they should be there early. So Kenyans wake up really early because they have things to do. So they wake up really early and they are there. And most often you'll see it starts late. As yani, it can't be the culture. Ama ni nini? Mtu ameamka mapema, so you knew ni siku moja IEBC, you're only working with one day, so that one day those officials si wanaweza fika hapo mapema, as in mapema, and then they have security they have arranged, or they would have done that the day before. Unajua vile kama wedding watu hufanya rehearsals, so umeenda umepanga hata kama ni list umeka. Of course there are complexities. I know this doesn't apply for everywhere. Of course there are those things, if you end up doing that, kuna ile watu wanasema watu wanajaribu kurig, watu wanajaribu yeah, but I don't know. But writing names, having things ready and set so that anyone who starts coming early, early means CE 12 midnight is the day of voting, sindio? So IEBC is actually ready from that time, so that anyone who comes from that time, of course with regard with security and all those things, so anyone who comes, muko tayari, not munaenda kukua tayari, muko tayari. And then you're actually prepared in terms of like solar, because the funny thing about the places, voting stations, so I don't know if the majority are the schools, because I know the school that I have gone to vote for has remained the same, meaning you can see that hii shule, I don't know kama imeshaiguzwa, imeshai hata pakwa rangi, imeshai tengenezwa tena, renovatiwa tena. since when I was a kid, when I used to come to the school, yani inakaa the same, which always brings in the story of us Kenyans and managing. We are good at new things, tujenge vitu mpya, but then in management of the things we already have, or working with the things we already have, it goes into yani ina kuimanage. I don't know what people, when you've been employed and that's your job, what exactly what you're usually doing every day of that day. Yeah. Halafu, so that day of voting, so you already know that Kenyans, kuna kuanga na hawa Kenyans hawapendi kupanga line. It's selfish, I'm sorry to say, but it is selfish. Wewe umekaa mapema unapanga line, kuna kuanga na wasee mnajijua, by the way, wanakuanga tu wanangoja kukwe na ka chaos ndio waingie, kwa sababu hataki kupanga line. Alafu kuna hawa madhe. Now there are genuine mothers who could not leave their children with anyone, so they came with their kids. Lakini kuna watu who exploit your story, and you see hawezi sema kitu because you don't know her story. So but kuna hawa madhe tu wanakujanga tu na mtoi, wale wanabebanga mtoi mzito anaweza tembea by the way, but you don't know the story, so you just say okay. But the thing is, okay, let me ask you, nini hatuwezi panga line? As in, what is it? To me, accept ni culture. And then, so now, these guys, okay, I'm not nawaongezea kazi, but you know that Kenyans are not good at lining. And so you won't expect them to line. And that, hiyo ni kitu inaletanga chaos. Just teaching Kenyans, telling them hapana line. I know that's an extra work, but it's a day. But to ensure that Kenyans are lining up properly so that they get to where they're going. Of course, this is people always add extra costs. But if someone is there for a period and that place has toilet facilities, ensuring that they are good and they can be used, there's at least water, that always goes to the case. Kuna shule zingine hiyo choo unauliza, these kids use this every day in school, and kwangi na my education officials, inspection ama ni headmaster wameomba pesa na wajapewa. It's always so complex to wonder what goes on with this management of things around us that we've been given, because we shine with new things, but then hizi vitu already tuko nazo. Like now, where I live, like there's a school, I don't know, I'll only know that day how it looks like, but ati ilikuwa inajengewa secondary school, lakini si sasa hiyo shule ime-maintainiwa vizuri before tuanze kufikiria hii mambo ya secondary school ama. Anyway, guys, do you think will we just, how many years now, be the same old where bado wajatayarisha line haikukuwa poa, ballot nini zimechelewa, ballot paper zimechelewa, watu wanakata line, IEBC walichelewa, hapakuwa na stima ndio wa count hizo votes vizuri, so mambo ilikuwa inarigiwa, hapakuwa na privacy, all those things that you can actually prepare beforehand with what we already have. And hopefully Kenyans, please, as you go to vote, please make a good and wise evaluation of the person that you vote. Wachana na history ya tribe. The person that you vote, are they going to bring this country forward or backward? Tafadhali. Thanks guys, bye.